want to scold you, Daddy, but Snicky, Mommy, and I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for you to come home. If you don't hurry, you'll be late. What? What did you say, Daddy? He says that we ought to start ahead without him. He's leaving the office right away. Oh.
Taking the day off, Boynton. Important business.
But the experiment.
I said important business.
Here comes Daddy. Here comes Daddy. Hello.
Hello. Well, my sweetheart. Here I am. Almost as good as new.
You were almost late, Daddy.
Almost never won first prize. Say, where do you want us to sit?
Oh, as if you didn't know.
No, honestly, I've forgotten.
Forgotten where we sit when we picnic at Heaven's Gate? Why, Daddy. Have you forgotten too, Mommy?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to tell you?
Afraid so.
Right over there, where we always sit every May in September.
Here we go.
Ready, Daddy?
All ready. Come on. Skin out of them. Now I'll get your shoes. And Mama will take your dress off. There you are. Just foot. There you are. Now this one. Oh! Here we go. Come on. Are you ready? Holding your breath?
Yes.
All right.
Like a drink of ice water. Only on the outside. Better than the bathtub, no matter if you run it full. Just once more, Daddy. It's good exercise.
Well, all right.
That's enough,
Once more
John.
now.
It's too cold.
Shall I blow my nose, Daddy?
Well, if you can get the crumbs off your face that way, sure.
Oh, there's more cake outside than inside.
Well, can I help you there?
No, thanks. This is girls' work. That's a good job.
Our old gate.
You know, Dom, we've been awfully happy.
Ben? Say, you know, I was kind of in hopes that you'd still be in love with that certain country doctor.
You know I am. And more than ever, too.
What's on your mind?
Oh, I was just thinking of our early struggle.
Wasn't any picnic for you, was it?
It was grand, though. When our living room was your office, and I had to chase prescriptions and hand you the instruments, emergency calls at all hours, and my holding the patient's feet as well as their hands. Oh, I loved it.
Molly changed all that, didn't she? I just had to get a regular nurse.
Oh, I know Miss Boynton's been wonderful, but now that Molly's no longer a baby, don't you think that...
That I could get along without Boynton? I don't know just what I'd do, Elsa.
Oh, Don, I do wish that...
But what?
Forget it. I'm just an old married woman with not enough to do.
All ready for the picture, Mommy?
Well, I don't look very beautiful after all this work.
The best-looking woman here. Did you turn the film for her?
Yes, it's all set.
Get closer to Daddy, Mommy. Daddy, get closer to Mommy.
How's that?
Fine. Now look at each other and smile. Whee!
Don, that man rides like Rolf's friend.
Why not? It is Rolf Brand. He just got back from Europe a couple of days ago.
Hello there.
When do we go to Heaven's Gate again for my September Saturday?
Oh, not for a long, long time, Molly.
Remember me?
Sure, Brent. How are you? I heard you got back a couple of days ago. My wife recognized you by the way you sat your horse. How one man sits a horse differently from another, I don't see.
How do you do, Mrs. Middleton?
How do you do?
Does he have any ponies, Mommy?
I don't know, dear.
I hope we're going to be good neighbors now that I'm home.
Are you really staying on at Brentwood?
Oh, yes. I've got half a dozen of these youngsters over there, and it's a lot of work exercising them.
I don't see how anyone could call that work.
Say, look here. Why don't you two come and go riding with me sometime?
Oh, thanks, Brent. Mrs. Middleton might. The only thing I ride is that old bus of mine. It bounces just as much and doesn't bite.
Well, how about you, Mrs. Middleton?
Oh, I haven't ridden for years. I don't think I could.
Well, of course you could. You used to be great. Go ahead.
Of course you could, Mommy. You just get on him and go.
But don't you let her take any of those jumps till she's all set.
Oh, you can trust me, Doctor. May I send my car for you in the morning, Mrs. Middleton? About 10 o'clock?
All right.
She'd get a big kick out of it, Brent.
She doesn't want to get kicked, Daddy.
Well, that's fine. Well, so long.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Molly.
Come on, Mr. Brand.
Come on. Come on, Snippy.
Peace for it's hot. Peace for it's cold. Peace for it's in the pot. 9 days old.
It's 8 o'clock, Molly.
Hey, already, Daddy? Why, it seems no more than 7:30. Smith, 8 o'clock, sir. Don't pretend you don't know it. Smith.
I'll give him a chance. Maybe he wants to say goodnight to his gang.
You think I have nothing better to do than wait here for you all night? Good night, Doctor. If any little boy or girl gets sick in the night, I prescribe milk magnesium. Oh. Good night, Daddy.
Good night.
Now you lie down and go to sleep then.
Good night, sweetie. She mustn't feel bad, honey. She just forgot. Mothers can't think of everything. Evening is nigh. Stars twinkle on high. Purple shadows begin to creep. Close your eyes and start counting sheep. If you're real good. And pray as you should. Snow white angels will watch over you till morning is nigh. Good night, honey.
Finishing your dinner off the mantelpiece?
I'm not as ancient and decrepit as you thought. Is that what you mean?
Say, how'd your old riding outfit work this morning?
I can just squeeze into it. Thank you kindly. You know, Don, I wish you'd ride with me or something.
Me riding would be something.
Do you think you won the Jackson case history?
Yes. Give it to me. I'll put it in my case.
Now that we've got positive results from the cultures, I'm sure you'll be able to prove your entire theory.
Boy, if I only can, it'll mean the beginning of a whole new treatment.
And don't worry about things here while you're away.
Why should I? What do you mean?
Oh, I meant about the patients. I'm sure I'll be able to take care of them in your absence.
I know I can always count on you, Boynton.
Thank you, Doctor. Goodbye. Good luck.
Thanks, I'll need it.
Oh, Don, must you go to New York?
Darling, it's the chance of a lifetime.
I know, and I don't want to be a bad sport, but must you go at this particular time?
Oh, what's the matter, Elsa?
I suppose I'm foolish, but I get so bored and lonely just waiting for an occasional glimpse of you.
You poor darling. It isn't much fun for you, is it?
Don, take me with you.
Well, that wouldn't be any fun for you because, you see, I go from hospital to hospital day and night.
I wouldn't mind. I'd wait for you.
But you just said...
That's right. I did, didn't I? Skip it, darling.
You're a funny girl.
I suppose I am. Poor Don. Cooped up in that laboratory with poisonous gases and diphtheria germs.
Tony went for just a couple of days.
Don forgets time when he's working. He phoned this noon and said he'd be back about 5 or 6 o'clock.
Oh, that's fine. You can bring him to dinner tonight. Unless you've had enough of your neighbor.
Oh, silly. Look, there's a fence ahead. Let's take it.
All right, let's go.
Are you hurt?
I think I might have a little fever.
Where's Amy?
She told me to wait here.
Oh, I see.
Did you miss me much, Daddy? Because I did you.
Say, young lady, I had more to do in New York than go around missing little girls.
Oh, you're teasing. Mommy says you spend most of your time missing her and the rest missing me. Don't you ever miss Smith, Daddy?
Oh,
Not
well,
even a little?
about a penny's worth. Did you and your mother get in any mischief while I was gone?
I haven't thought of any good mischief. Mommy's been too busy writing.
Oh, well, here we go. Whoop! Say, where's Sniff?
Here, Sniffy. I'm not expecting a surprise, Mom. But if you had bought me one, what would it be, Daddy?
Well, it might be a white jacket with a hat to match, with big white buttons. And then again, it might be a doll.
Ooh, hurry, Daddy. I can't wait. Might it be both? Oh, Mommy!
Oh, well.
Oh, Mommy!
Now, Elsa.
Oh. Oh, darling, you've been gone ages.
Have I? I've missed you, too.
Oh, Rolf.
Well, how's the riding?
Oh, we've been doing some grand riding, dear. We've been taking the jump like a couple of steeplechasers. Tell him, Rolf.
How are you, Don?
Fine.
You know this girl's a champion horsewoman?
Oh.
She's a champion, all right.
And you're bringing the champion to my house for dinner tonight. No excuse this time.
I'm sorry. I have 2 sets of x-ray plates to study tonight. Oh, all right. What time do you want it?
Well, that's great. Make it 8 o'clock.
Fine.
So long.
Oh, Don.
That's all right. I'll study them in the morning.
Bye, Molly.
Bye, Mr. Graham.
Bye.
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 Oh, Don, am I very mean to take you over to Rolf's tonight?
I'll see how you behave and tell you later.
You know, I wish we could do things like other people without always feeling guilty.
Guilty? Say, I don't feel guilty. I feel swell. I don't care if the whole world gets sick tonight. Are my evening clothes pressed?
I'll see.
Wait a minute, darling.
Well, you took a nosedive, huh? Here we go. There you are. There you are.
Carry him.
Well, all right.
We'll pile the packages in your arms.
All right. She's going to carry them. All right. That one up there. All right.
We were halfway to Brookfield by that time.
It's a long way.
And he, the great horseman, dismounted and sat on a fence to rest.
Well, I don't blame him.
I ride for pleasure, not to prove I can take it. Could I tell she was going to gallop off and leave me sitting there?
She's apt to do most anything.
You know, Don, it's no compliment that you'll risk such a lovely girl with someone as susceptible as I am.
Well, if you don't think I worry about it, you're crazy.
He'd think any girl was marvelous who knew bridle meant a piece of harness and had nothing to do with weddings.
I beg your pardon.
You wouldn't go riding with another man if you were my wife.
Well, I ain't. I ain't never gonna be. I can't ride a horse anyway. Here, hold this and don't be such a gossip.
You know, Don, I have too much time to play, and maybe you haven't enough.
Oh, I have all I want. Elsa can represent me in the sporting world.
But if I had such a charming representative, I'd retire to the sidelines, too.
You playboys are the ones who are really on the sideline.
I must see the doctor at once.
He's dining at the moment, miss.
Well, please tell him I'm here.
But I don't like to disturb
If you don't call him, I'm afraid I'll have to. It's the Stevens case, an emergency.
Did you bring a complete kit?
Yes, I have it outside.
Good. I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me.
Let me come too, Don. I could at least keep the other Stevens out of the room.
No, you finish your dinner. Boynton can handle this.
But you may be late.
Well, if I am, I'm sure Rolf will be kind enough to see you home.
You mean lucky enough.
Good night.
Good night, Don.
Well, I seem to be on your hands.
Do you mind?
No, I can stand it. For a little while.
Poor Don. Is he always being called away like this? Does he ever get to finish a meal?
I think he had dessert once last year.
Sweetened.
Your technique is perfect, Rolf.
Hurry and drink your coffee so I can keep in practice.
It's too hot. The coffee, I mean. What would your first move be if it weren't for the coffee?
Well, I show you some etching. But I haven't any etching.
Bad. Leaves you helpless, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a great handicap, of course. How about a walk in the garden?
Too tight.
Ah, but always good.
Fool.
You're a darling.
What?
Well, I know I'm a fool. I know I may be spoiling everything. But I can't keep up the pretense. I want so much to...
Go ahead. I'm not afraid.
Elsa, you must know that
I know. I'm very fond of you, too, Rolf. We're both nice, civilized people. Should I exclaim, sir, how dare you? You see, I'm not afraid. I just know I haven't been mistaken in you. That's all.
You're pretty swell. Now about this husband of yours. Don't you think we could teach him to be silly, like us?
I suppose you realize not 1 in 100 could have handled that complication.
I think we saved the peritonitis.
We? You saved it.
The job needed us both, Boynton.
I wish you wouldn't call me that.
Why not?
Because I've really got a name, you know. It's Sarah.
All right, Sarah. Good night. Oh, say, by the way, don't let me forget to fill out that report in the Mullen boys' measles in the morning. Remind me, will you, Boynton?
Yes, Doctor.
Good night.
Is that you, Daddy? Oh, what are you covered, Daddy?
Oh, I beg your pardon, young lady. Here. Say, by the way, young lady, what are you doing awake at this hour of the night?
Get sniffy, Lefty woke me up. Ooh, what's in the box?
Oh, that's Mommy's surprise me. Oh. Now, if I let you see it, will you be a good girl and go right to sleep?
I promise.
All right.
Ooh, that's a nice surprise, Mother.
Bet it is. And we're not going to have our Mommy showing up by any of this horsey crowd she's running around with. Now, good night, young lady.
Night.
You go right to sleep.
All right. Daddy, I can sleep quicker if you leave the door open.
All right. Sleep quicker.
Thanks for bringing me home, Ralph.
You're riding with me in the morning. Oh, but you promised.
Very well, then. I'll ride. You're a dear. It's been wonderful. Thanks for a perfect evening. Oh, Don, you're home.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're simply swell.
I mean, I didn't particularly care for that farewell speech you just made to Brent.
Now, don't say things you'll be sorry for. You're tired.
Yes.
I will not be questioned or suspected like this.
Now, why are you so excited then?
I'm not excited. Either you trust me, John, or you don't. No matter who the man is. What's the matter, sweetheart? Can't you sleep?
I just had a bad dream, Mommy.
Have you, dear? Well, so have I. Let's go to sleep again and see if we can't have a sweet one this time.
Listen to me, Mommy.
All right, dear. Midnight, stars twinkle on high.
Mister, get back there. You may not like this, Mr. Smith, but your children will be very proud to have it.
Take care not to spot that dress. The Monday wash is big enough.
How long is it to my September Saturday, Amy, when we go at Heaven's Gate?
Why don't you ask your father? Or your mother?
I did. But they're always tough.
Well, it's 3 weeks away.
3 weeks. Oh, that's an awfully long time. All right, then, take it. What's that you're hanging up, Amy?
Now, what does it look like? It's a tablecloth.
Why don't we have dinner anymore, Amy?
What do you mean, have dinner anymore? You have dinner every night, don't you?
I mean with Daddy and Mommy, like before.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's none of my business.
Is it any of my business?
Well, if those people would only go away and leave them alone, everything would be all right. Now, will you get out of my way, miss?
Guess who would go away, Amy?
Oh, that nurse and that Mr. Brent, that's who.
No.
Oh! Well, safe child. How do you expect me to get anything done with you under my feet every step?
You can step over me.
Hello, Molly.
Hello.
Well, what's wrong?
I don't like to be tripped up. on my daddy.
But he's not here just now, Molly. What would I do?
You don't know how a daddy does.
Well, maybe I could learn.
It's very hard to learn, sir.
Well, look here. Let's have a try. Let's pretend that I'm the daddy and you're the little girl.
I am the little girl.
Well, all right. We're just pretending. Now, here I come. Now then, young lady, you give me an account of yourself. Any cuts, pains, bumps?
That's not like a daddy.
No. Well, why not?
You were laughing. You're supposed to laugh inside. But if you laugh outside, that spoils it.
Oh, Molly. Why don't you like me, Molly? I like you. I like you and your mother and your daddy.
I don't care. We don't like you. We wish you'd go away and never come back.
Who is we, Molly? Your mother? Are you sure?
I told him, Amy.
Oh, what?
I told Mr. Brent what you said
What I said?
about Mommy and Daddy and me, wishing he'd go away and never come back.
What? To his face? Look here, miss. You're going to get into trouble for that. Don't you say I told you to.
But you said
I said nothing about it. You understand?
it's the worst thing I've ever done, Amy.
Yes, I think maybe it is.
Will Mommy spank me?
Yes, I think maybe she will.
Well, Daddy, he never has.
Well, maybe he won't. Not for anything you said to Mr. Brent.
Hello? Yes. Hello, Elsa. Why, no. Something just came up and I'm going away. What? I think you know why.
But where on earth did you get that idea? Has Don been talking to you? He has. I know he has. Rolf.
Boynton. Boynton.
Boynton. Is my husband in? Yes, but he's terribly busy just now. Is he alone? Yes.
Boynton. Why aren't you here when I need you?
I don't know, Don. I know you need me, and I need you, too. I came over to see if something couldn't be done about it.
Now, it's entirely up to you.
Oh, Don, let's stop this. Let's not quarrel anymore. When I left the house, I was furious because of your interference.
Interference?
There's no need to pretend. I know you asked Rolf not to see me anymore.
I asked Rolf not to... Say, if he told you that, he's lying.
Don, that's not true.
Now, look, Elsa, I'm terribly busy. I don't want to argue with you anymore. I'm right in the last stage of a very important experiment.
Experiment?
Boynton.
the matter, Mommy?
Oh,
I've been naughty today, Mommy. Worse than I've ever been before.
have you, dear?
Shall I go upstairs and wait for you to come?
Oh, no, darling, of course not. Why, what on earth have you done?
This morning, I told Mr. Brent we didn't like him.
That wasn't very kind, was it?
No. And I told him we wished he'd go away and never come back.
But that's not true, Molly.
So now I'll go upstairs.
Oh, darling. Mother doesn't want to spank you. I'm sure you're sorry about Mr. Brent, aren't you?
Well, I'm very sorry, Mommy.
What are you doing here?
I thought you might want me.
Oh, go on home.
Won't you talk to me, Doctor?
What is there to talk about? I'm amused, Boynton. Believe it or not, I'm amused.
What's the joke?
This. A few months ago, that would have meant everything in the world to me.
The fellowship. Congratulations.
Yes,
Now,
congratulations. That's swell, isn't it?
for once, I'm going to talk to you not as your office nurse, but as a friend. It's not worthy of you to act this way.
Please, Boynton, don't you interfere.
Don't interfere. You expect me to stand by idly while you ruin your life? Why do you stand for what's going on between your wife and Mr. Brent?
Keep quiet. What right have you to
What
tell
right?
me?
Because I love you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken.
Mommy, I thought I heard Daddy's car, but it went right by.
So you had to come downstairs and tell Mommy all about it, didn't you?
Yes, Mommy. I thought you might want to know.
Thank you. Here, you better put on Mommy's wrap or something. Mustn't catch cold. And then you can put Sniff out for a moment, and then the two of you hop right up to bed again. My baby. There we go.
Oh, Molly, I want to ask you something.
Yes, Mr. Brent.
Would you like to call me Uncle Rolf?
No, thank you.
Well, I don't care for that uncle stuff either, Molly. How about just calling me Rolf, then, without the uncle?
But can't we just talk without my telling you anything, sir?
Afraid not, Molly. You see, you're coming to live at my house pretty soon.
How can you live in anybody's house but your own?
Oh, but it will be your own.
It's teasing, Mommy.
No, Molly, he's not teasing. And you shall have all new playthings.
But I like my old playthings.
You can bring them, too.
Elsa, don't. There must be a better way than this.
But if Mother asks you?
Molly, you'll have your own pony. A brown and white pony.
A pony? A pony! I'm going to have a pony. And will you come too, Mommy?
Of course, darling. Mother'll come, too.
And Daddy? Not Daddy. I was only teasing Mr. Brent, sir, because I really don't want a pony. I've got a dog.
Molly. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. You won't understand, perhaps, until you're a big girl. But I want you to try to remember, if you can. Mother's going away for a little while. When she comes back, she won't be married to Daddy anymore.
Will you be married to, Mommy?
Well, pretty soon, I'll be married to Mr. Brent. And then we'll go and live in his house.
And who will Daddy be married to?
I don't know, dear.
Well, maybe if I growed like a weed, I could marry Daddy.
Let's not talk about it anymore. Now run along.
Well, sir, the Danforths are expecting us on Friday. They're throwing a big party the night before the horse show.
Oh, I don't see how I can possibly leave before Saturday night, Ross.
Of course not, Mommy. You remembered, didn't you? It's my September Saturday. It's the day we all go to Heaven's Gate. We take our lunch. I take cake.
It's a picnic. Just the three of us, twice a year.
But you're not telling it to him right, Mommy. It's Heaven's Gate, and it's always the Saturday Daddy first found Mommy there. Mommy always takes ginger. Daddy always takes ham and cheese. I take cake.
I'm afraid I don't understand, Molly.
Oh, if you only knew. If he only knew.
Oh, but Molly, you're getting too big for Heaven's Gate. Don't you see?
You and Daddy didn't get too big.
Now let's snip out and run upstairs to bed. I'll bring him up and tuck you in.
Daddy.
Yes, my baby.
Daddy.
No, you mustn't cry. No. No, that's all over. You tell me what it's all about. Here. You take Daddy's handkerchief. And tell me the whole thing.
Daddy. It's my September Saturday. And we're not going.
No.
Because I'm a big girl now. Daddy, why do we have to go and get big?
Oh, it's not because you're so big, darling. I still think you're pretty little. But we just can't manage Heaven's Gate anymore because things are all changed.
Because Mommy's going away?
Well, because of that and a lot of other things. We're all so sorry. You and Daddy and even your mother, I guess. But you know, we've just got to think of something else to have fun with. You know, there's going to be a circus in town Saturday. Gee, I'd like to see a circus, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd like to see a circus if it didn't come my September Saturday.
I'll be all packed and ready. I couldn't bear to come back here.
We needn't come back here, darling. We can drive straight into town.
Well, I'll get the dog in and then go up to Molly. I don't want her to stay away. Molly! What happened? Give her to me. What was it, Don?
I don't know. Something about missing a picnic day.
I don't suppose we could go through with it. Could we?
Maybe you could. I couldn't. Besides, you can't fool her. I better take her to the circus. So it's getting to Molly now. Something's got to be done about it.
I'm leaving Saturday, Don. I won't be back.
Don, I want to talk to you.
There's nothing to talk about.
Wait a minute. The blame isn't all on one side, you know. It won't do you a bit of harm to listen to some truths. I didn't take Elsa from you. You gave her to me.
What are you talking about?
Well, you're the office, the laboratory, morning, noon, and night.
I see. I'll do whatever Elsa wants me to.
It was very kind of you, Doctor, to let me have the afternoon off. I've got a tooth that's been bothering me.
Too bad you'll miss all the fun at the circus, Amy.
Now, remember, Doctor, no popcorn, peanuts, lemonade, or any of that stuff.
No.
Don't let her upset her stomach. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Amy. Be home early.
Have a good time at the dentist, Amy.
What time's your mother go, Molly?
Mommy went when Mr. Bent came.
Did she have anything to say?
Nope, just went. She squeezed me and said, now you'd be a big girl. What do you suppose got into me the other night, crying just because today is my September Saturday?
You don't mind so much now, do you?
Why, I don't mind hardly at all.
Doctor, the hospital called. It's urgent.
Oh, well, here, you take these. Stay with Molly. See if she has a good time.
Daddy, I want to go with you.
No, you'll have to stay with Boynton, dear. Be a good girl. Bye.
We'll stay and see the rest of the show. Oh, Molly, look.
I dropped my hat.
Well, you better get down and get it.
Hey, what are you doing in there? Now go on, get out of here.
We're going, Smith. You can't hardly wait till I fix the lunch, can you, Smith?
Elsa, it was a mistake to come back here.
I had to, Ralph.
But you'll only make things much more difficult for us if you say goodbye to Molly again.
No, I had no logical reason for coming back. I guess it's just what Don would call a hunch.
Darling, I thought we'd agreed on everything.
Maybe I'm foolish, but I had to be sure.
You've got to trust my judgment. Well, I mean, the situation would be easy and simple if it weren't for Molly.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, we have our own lives to live, and if it weren't for Molly, I know we could be happy together. Well, it's true, isn't it?
Ralph, you must give me a little time to think this over.
Oh, sure I will. But don't make it 1 minute longer than you can help.
You shouldn't feel bad, Smithy. It's just that it's difficult. I think it would be easier for them if you weren't here either. So you and me will run away. Now, don't make a fuss, Smithy. You've got to remember that we're grown up now. And besides, you have me, and I have you. You'll always have me, won't you, Smithy? Go to Heaven's Gate first. Say goodbye to it. And we'll go a long ways away. Maybe as far as China. I won't have room for your brush and comb, Smithy. I'm afraid you'll have to use mine. This little piggy went to market.
Well, why didn't you hang on to her? Have you phoned the house? That's right. Amy's at the dentist. Will you wait there at the circus, and I'll look around town? Yes.
Hello there. Where are you bound for with all that baggage?
Oh, just places.
Just places, huh? They tell me it's pretty fine country around there.
Yes, sir.
Some places I know are apt to be a long way from here. Would you like to rest a minute and pass the time of day with an old fellow like me?
I can't do that. I'm too busy. You see, I've got to find myself a new home.
Oh, I see. Hey, does your mother know that you're leaving home like this?
Oh, no, sir. I just thought that up all by myself.
I'm a grasshopper. Say, I'm a pretty smart fellow when it comes to keeping secrets. Would you mind telling me just about where you figure on going?
Well, I did kind of think I'd keep it all to myself.
There's no one else around here.
All right, I'll tell you.
Hello there, Molly.
Hello, Mrs. Clark.
Thanks. Doctor, she'll be found. I'm sure she'll be found.
Hello? Yes, this is Middleton. What's that?
Thorpe just came in to tell us he saw Molly. Yeah, on the road to Hammondsport.
Hammondsport? Well, why didn't Thorpe bring her back? Was she with anyone?
Yeah, Thorpe said she was talking to some man. What? No, we don't know who he is. Well, sure. We're sending the boys right out.
Well, wait, I'll be right over.
I guess you can see I've got all the clothes I need.
Well, I'm here to say so. But how about money?
Oh, I've got lots of money. Look. Why, I guess I must have about $1,000 million in there.
My, that is a lot of money.
I guess with that much money, I could even go all the way to China if I wanted to, couldn't I?
I reckon you could.
Do you think it would be a good idea if I did go to China?
Well, no, I can't say about that. You know, I've tramped a lot in my time, but I always seem to just miss China.
Are you a tramp?
I guess you could call me that.
Oh, goody. I always wanted to be a tramp.
Have you now?
I always thought it'd be fun to get as dirty as I could.
That's funny. I always thought it'd be fun to get as clean as I could.
Well, I do think it would be fun not to have to wash behind your ears. You know what I mean. Get all that soap set in your eyes.
What do you think of that now? Let me tell you something, young lady. I'd love to have a little girl like you.
Do you really and truly mean that?
Cross my heart.
All right, then. You can have me.
Huh?
I'm looking for someone who wants a little girl. We can be tramps together.
Not so fast now, not so fast. How about your folks?
Oh, they won't mind. You see, I'm going to say goodbye to Heaven's Gate. Pretend that Daddy and Mommy are there.
Oh, I see. Well, after you say goodbye, don't you think it'd be a good idea to go home for a little while?
Oh, no. I can't go home anymore at all.
Why not?
Mr. Brent said if I wasn't there, Mommy could be happy with Mr. Brent. And Daddy wouldn't have to be bothered taking me to circuses when he's so busy.
Oh, I see. Mr. Brent said all that, did he?
Yes. Mr. Brent said I was in the way.
Oh, you poor young one.
I just heard about Molly. Is it true?
Yes.
Is everything being done?
They're looking for her now.
I've tried to get in touch with Mrs. Middleton, but I don't know where she is.
You don't know where Mrs. Middleton is?
No.
But I thought...
So did I. But I was wrong. She loves him, and he loves her. I'm sure of that. You see, Miss Boynton, we both tried to take something that didn't belong to us, and it won't work.
And what do you intend to do about it, Mr. Brent?
I don't know. I wish I could do something to make things easier for you before I leave.
You have. You've shown me how to be a good loser.
Atta girl.
Just a minute. We want to have a talk with you.
Don't tell me you came all the way out here just to give me the keys to the city.
Oh, so it's that way.
Wait a
is it?
minute,
Jim. Let me talk to him. Have you seen my little girl?
I saw a little girl. We had quite a visit together.
What have you done with her?
What have I... I haven't done anything with her. But I couldn't say the same about some people the little girl just spoke to me about.
What do you mean?
Let us handle this, Doctor. We'll get it out of
Now,
you.
wait a minute, Jim, please. What did my little girl say?
Mister, do you mind stepping into my private office just a moment? I'd like to speak to you confidentially.
Certainly.
Mister, the other people I just spoke to you about seem to have come pretty close to giving that little girl a broken heart. And on account of what she told me, I have a few things to say to you that I don't think you want other people to hear.
Well?
She told me that she thought that if she ran away, that you and your wife wouldn't have to bother about her anymore.
Molly said that? Did she say where she was going?
I'm coming to that. I may be speaking out of turn, but I've got to tell you this. I had a little girl once, and I lost her. I've been a wanderer ever since, trying to forget.
I think I understand.
Mister, if I were you, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. At least that's what I was thinking when I saw your little girl start for Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate? Did Molly say she was going to Heaven's Gate?
That's what she said, mister.
Molly! Molly! Molly!
Daddy! Daddy! Look, Daddy, I can swim. Look, Daddy, I can swim.
Oh, Molly. Of course you can swim.
I didn't know it was my really Daddy. Oh, I thought it was just my pretend. Do you like it?
It's wonderful.
Much better than pretending. Now we only have to pretend Mommy.
Well, if this isn't a picnic fit to set before a king, I never saw one. You know, Molly, this is a wonderful lunch.
Uh-huh.
Only, uh-huh. Say, now, see here, young lady. We've got to do better than this on our September Saturday. Why, this is going to be a wonderful day.
Daddy, I was just thinking that everything would be so much more wonderful if only Mommy was here. Wouldn't it, Daddy?
Yes, Molly, it would be.
Daddy, aren't I ever going to see Mommy again?
Why, of course you are, darling. You stay with her part of the time, and then you'll come and stay with me.
But that's no fun. I want us all together. Oh,
Well, I'm afraid it's too late for that, Molly. You see,
Daddy, it's not too late. It's not too late. Mommy, Mommy. Oh, Mommy, Mommy. Oh, Mommy, you did come. You're really and truly here.
Yes, darling, I'm here. Really and truly.
Oh, goody. Mommy's here, Daddy. Mommy's here.
Oh, Don, you had to make sure that Molly had her September Saturday, didn't you?
I wish I could say that were true, Elsa, but it isn't. You see, I came here
Doesn't matter why we came. We're here, all of us together again at Heaven's Gate. Isn't that all that matters?
Do you really mean
Oh, it's the best. It's the best ever. Now smile, Mommy. You're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to smile and laugh. Oh, that's fine.